Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Aroundtable. I am your host, Steven. I'm here with
Gio.
out of the theater. We went to go see Avatar Fire and Ash. The movie stars Zoe Saldana, Sam Worthington, Sigourney Weaver, and Stephen Lang. Directed, of course, by the one and only James Cameron. This is the third installment, or as they said, The Way of Water was broken up into two pieces. So, depending how you look at it, it's either the third installment or the second one broken up into. I'm saying the third
Well, one
installment.
and two was very far from each other.
I'm
so.
gonna say this is the third installment.
Yes.
Okay. Runtime is 3 hours and 17 minutes. A budget of 400 million.
That's it.
It's basically the story. Once again, is the Earth is trying to take the resources from Pandora, and it's up to Jake Scully and the tribes to stop them, to stop the man taking the minerals advantage of these people and their culture. So I'm gonna say, as a film, it's the same storyline, I guess, as the first two. Nothing has really changed. There's nothing really new, except there is a new character, part of this fire tribe, one of these more aggressive Navi tribes, who kind of remove themselves from Iwa or Iway, as he says.
Yeah.
The spirit. Well, they don't believe in her, and they believe in the fire. They're the darkness. They're their new evil part of the planet.
That's how you get fire and ash there. See?
Overall, I'm going to say visually, again, James Cameron has done it again. We saw it in 3D. I thought it was stunning to look at from the very moment it started. I was on Pandora. I was involved. I was there. I enjoyed it visually. Story-wise, it's the same as the first two. They're trying to take stuff off from Pandora, and then we got the tribes trying to stop them. There's no really stretch of that kind of storyline. That's the same, but I mean, it's formulaic. But which franchise isn't from it? They have their certain things. They keep to it. This is no different. I know a lot of people are complaining about that it's the same story as the first two. But every franchise has a certain formula that they stick to. So I think people are kind of overreaching. I think they're kind of
demanding too much.
Demanding too much. I mean, when you hear the numbers of, like, the first one is 2.9 billion, the second one is 2.3 billion. These are crazy numbers for movies, and James Cameron has those two films and Titanic as the three biggest movies in the top 10 biggest films of all time. So there is a lot of pressure for him to deliver the goods. So story-wise, I think a lot of people will say it's the same old rehashed Fire and Ash. But visually, again, this surpasses the last one. I think it was stunning to look at. I was taken away and I was brought to Pandora. I recommend this film. If you like the first two, you will enjoy this. If you never got involved in the first two, this one will not change your mind in the least. But if you want to see something visually, have a cinematic experience, this is it. And that's my take on it.
Okay, so Rotten Tomato gives it 68. People viewing 92. You give it?
I'm going to say 85%, 90%.
Okay, I'm in the 90s, easily. As I said, visual spectacular. The alien life form, the planet and everything. Okay, we went to 3D. Amazing. As soon as you think, is it really 3D? Take out the glasses, lift it up, and you start looking at it. It's like, okay, there's a certain point. They're in the ocean, and the wave, the water. The reason it's only water, it comes out towards you.
Yeah.
And then certain part was Jake was fighting with the Miles there, and what's called the monkey face and everything, and he was on these flying asteroids. So I took it out. I lifted it up, and it looks like a TV. Then you put it back on. Then you see monkey face is far away, more towards me, and even the computer scene is like closer to you than the people behind it. It's incredible. Like 3D, it's like it's rare you find a couple movies that do amazing 3Ds. They're spectacular. Even the hair, because those what's called the guy from the famous singer from Jamaica, Bob Marley. Like, they have this Bob Marley hair there.
Dreadlocks, yeah.
Yeah, dreadlock. Thank you. It's floating in the air and it's coming towards you. Kind of. It's really 3D. You cannot miss it. It's crazy. Look, let's put it this way. People say, it's almost the same as... No, you piece of beeps, okay? Yeah, that's bad words, in case you want to think. It's if you watch a war movie, World War I, World War II, Do not expect World War I, World War II, or Vietnam to be any different. Oh, there's different weapons. Yeah, but it's basically the same weapon, same thing. People get killed and they get killed and then they die. But there's a story to it. First of all, the 1 and 2, his son dies. Jake's son dies. This one, he doesn't. Ooh, it's different. Then it's a progress of how things happens after the war. Because you go to example, like Ukraine with the troubles they're having with the Russians. You tell them, well, now that it's almost close to three years. You tell them the results of 3 years and 1 year. Is there a big difference? They say yes. But that's where they say, it's still a war. You're getting bombed. No, because they see the dramatic thing. People are suffering. People losing everything. People dying. Added to the list. How you resolve that situation. How you get affected. So here you see how the people's damage other results. Like Jake's wife, how she's seen that she lost her son for the pink skins, which is us. Okay. And how she became very aggressive, angry at the world. She's mad because, like, for these people, I lost my first son and everything. So you see the damaging of the other two movies, how they progress and how they're taken, how they got to resolve, husband and wife to solve the solution. Where the husband Jake was trying to resolve the wife with the anger management. Then they learn he admits that she's right and he's wrong, and then she has to go to the. So it's very well done. It's all. You got to be there. It's family kind of sense. How people's powers progress through the next future. Things are changing completely. It's mostly like 1 and 2. Everybody said it's the Aboriginals with the Europeans coming here, and this one here is like with more Mother Earth. Now you could take like an example for myself. The history, because I'm from Quebec. Us was that the Aboriginal when the Europeans came over here, which were the French, whatever, they merged with the Mohawks, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So the Mohawk did not agree with the Iroquois like the new settlers, so they befriended each other to go against the Iroquois. That's history, or whatever. Okay, and it's the same thing over here. Like example, the white skiers, the pink face, whatever you want to call it, they let's say made a treaty with these ash people, the fire tribes, to give them guns and weapons like the Aboriginal days there, okay, colonization and everything, to get their way, and then later on, or they get rid of them, or they get rid of the other ones, or they they backstab each other in the back, who knows? And it's more or less, that's what I think people don't realize. Maybe they're looking at that, you've seen it before? Yeah, you did. It's in the history book. This is all stories in the history book, more in the details. The whale hunting, the hunting of the sea creatures, alien, that's whale. The human race, the white race, they almost kill all the sperm whales for the oil and everything. Then the buffalo, they almost wipe them out. The wolves, them almost wiped. And now we all have to fix the mistakes of the past to represent all these animals back into nature, to resolve nature, because nature was at a certain point was beyond damage, was unprepared. They had to reintroduce these animals, even whales included, because to balance it, nature. That like wolves, we need wolves, we need buffaloes, and you can see on the Discovery Channel. So overall, it's true. You've seen these stories before. It's in the movies of all the other movies you see from World War II movies and on, up to a Civil War and everything. And you see on the Discovery Channel on TV. So it's stories we've seen, but the detail, the visual, and what was that 3 hours? It was almost what
3 hours and 17 minutes.
Did it seem 3 hours and 17 minutes?
Not for me.
Myself, not too. I was like, we missed like maybe the first 5 minutes, and I was willing to go back and watch it again, and maybe. Or you had to pry me out of the cinema again, or I got to pry me out of the cinema because you want to see again. It's spectacular. It's something you have to go in the cinema. And trust me, 3D. And then as soon as you get comfortable with it, just lift it up and you're like, okay, I see the difference. Amazing. You'll never see that visual of any TV you have at home. You say, but a 3D TV. Yeah, it ain't going to work. Anyway, so for me, it's a go. If you already love the movie, go for it. Decide from full price to, half price, whatever, like a special day and everything, you decide. And you're right 100%. But you have to go see this in the cinema. That's it. I'm not talking anymore.
I would agree. See it in the cinema if you like these kind of movies. If you want to be visually dazzled, this is the one. I think James Cameron, never count him out. People said, the third one won't be as good as the first two visually. He proves everybody wrong again. Don't count this guy out. He is a master at his craft, and I think he's only warming up. But that's my take. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think you should go see it at any price. Doesn't matter. Just for the visuals alone, it is outstanding. And that's my review on it. You agree?
Yes, and it's true to nature, true to life.
Yeah.
And at the same time, sorry we went late because holidays, we couldn't do it together. So there you go.
And that's our review. So go see it. If you can,
Yes.
You won't be disappointed.
I'm not.
Me neither. This is
Gio.
I'm Steven. And
Ciao,
we'll be
guys.
seeing you in the theaters, guys.
Bye.